Hello GCP students, today we're looking at planes and axes of movement. Again, this is quite a simple topic, really. We've done this a lot in lessons. You just got to remember, you've got another 3 planes of movement and 3 axes of movement, okay, and what they are. And the planes of movement we'll look at first, so the sagittal plane, which looks like this, it runs across the body this way. If you're moving across it, you're literally moving in the direction that it's going in. So the sagittal plane is basically movements that are forward and backwards. So the best examples of that would be elbow flexion from the bicep or extension, and also knee flexion and extension. When you're moving, anything you're moving forward and back is the sagittal plane of movement. Okay, the frontal plane is the opposite of that. So it's any movement from side to side. Think about a goalkeeper diving for a ball, that would be on the frontal plane. Whereas the sagittal plane would be a football player running forward for the ball. The frontal plane would be a goalkeeper diving to the side. And the movements we get on the frontal plane are mainly, the main ones are abduction and adduction of the shoulders and hips. So we're moving across to our sides. And the last plane is the transverse plane. The transverse plane runs across the middle of the body. Okay, and basically the transverse plane is sort of like rotational movement, so spinning for a ball or turning so you can see behind you when looking for a defender, or these sorts of movements. Now where it gets confusing, but it isn't confusing because it's just the opposite way around, is the axis. So the frontal axis, you can see here, runs through the side of the body. Now, imagine that the person can only move in the direction. He's attached, or she's attached there. The only way, if you're attached, that's running through your body like a spear or something, the way you can move on the axis would be by rotating forward or rotating backwards. So the frontal axis would be like a forward roll. Okay, so when you're moving a forward roll on the frontal axis. However, a forward roll will be on the frontal axis, but on the sagittal plane. So because you're moving forward, okay, that's the sagittal plane, but you're rotating on the frontal axis. And we have the sagittal axis. Imagine again like a kebab skewer or a spear going through in the middle of her body there. She could only rotate by this way round. Okay, imagine like a cartwheel. So basically what it is a cartwheel. The only example in sport I can really think of where you would move across the sagittal axis would be a cartwheel. But a cartwheel would work on the frontal plane because she's moving to her side. So a cartwheel would be frontal plane, sagittal axis. The vertical axis, very, very simple. Literally a kebab skewer to go down her head to her feet, and she'd be rotating. Imagine like maybe a figure skater doing like a pirouette movement, or a ballet dancer doing some sort of spin. Anything that's spinning like that would be on the vertical axis, and also the transverse plane. So just remembering that the frontal axis is rotation forward, but it's the sagittal plane because you're moving forward and back. The frontal plane is movement side to side, and which is the sagittal axis because you rotate on the sagittal axis. Okay, it is a little bit confusing, but the way to remember that is it's confusing, so you remember.